Alright. Okay, so what's up everyone? It's been a while since I did a video for you guys. Updated video to give you guys a little bit of information. I don't know what my hair is doing back here. A little bit of information on our situation currently. And then, so excuse me, I am sick. With a little bit of a cold. But to give you information on our situation. Sorry, my phone's dinging. And also, you know, to help you guys along the way if this is what you're trying to do. Well, right now I'm going to do a really quick video on housing, especially if you're doing own post housing, and it's your first PCS, or it may not be your first PCS, it may be, you know, whatever. But as far as ours went, my husband, we have been stationed in Fort Bliss, Texas. So that's where we're heading to, where my husband's already there. He left from AIT and went straight to Fort Bliss to go do his in-processing, and then after in-processing, he's going to get time off, and this week's going to come back here. But that's what we were going to do. We're around the holidays right now. Like, next week is Thanksgiving, and so my husband is actually he's getting ready to finish his in-processing, and then he's going to get time off. He's going to come back here for Thanksgiving, and when he comes back here for Thanksgiving, we're trying to get everything done so that we're leaving when he leaves to go back. But anyway, let me get on into the video about the housing. We decided to live on post. Excuse me. And it's called Betty Beaufort. I can't ever say that name. But it's Fort Bliss Housing Developments there. They have multiple housing developments in the area. It's like, a lot of them have Spanish names, like, sorry, I was looking for my paper here. There's Kelly Park, Rio Bravo, Paso del Norte, Beaumont, Casamelo Vista, which also has Van Horn in it, and then Logan Heights. Originally, I fell in love with the houses in Rio Bravo because I had seen them on Facebook, not Facebook, but on YouTube videos and stuff I had watched, because, you know, me, I was like excited about the housing and stuff there. So I had went, when I found out we were going to Bliss, I had went and looked up the housing there to see what it looked like, because some of them you get really scary stories about what the housing can look like. Some of it is really horrible, like very hood, and I've heard of like mold and bugs and stuff in some places, and then some are like really awesome housing. So we're lucky that Fort Bliss has like most of the houses are newly remodeled. We are going to move into the Van Horn development at Fort Bliss, which has only been there about 4 or 5 years, been built there, so it's like a fairly new place. And basically this was the process, what we had to do. My husband got there, and then he went to he got on a Friday, and then that Friday night, that Saturday morning, he got up and he walked to the housing development office. He put an application there with them or whatever. And then that they took an application. They said they were gonna give us a call. They gave us a call that Monday morning, and you know, they were like, well, we see your application here. There are a couple houses that we have that, you know, would suit you and your family. They went through a couple of them. Originally we were supposed to have a house at Paso del Norte. I think I'm saying it right. If I'm not, please excuse me. Most of them are like Hispanic type names, you know, Spanish names and stuff like that. So and it was a 4-bedroom home. It was off post because they have houses that are on post, and then they have some that are off post. They're still military community, like owned by like the privatized military housing people, but some of them are on the base and some of them are off the base. But then when she put in for us to get that one, I guess somebody had beat it to the punch and they had gotten it already, which is fine, because then she pulled up a Van Horn housing development, and at first I was like iffy about it. It was a 3-bedroom, and we have a 3-bedroom right now, so it was fine with us. We have 2 daughters. Anybody that's seen any of my other videos, we have 2 girls, 14 and 8, so it was fine for us, a 3-bedroom, just us and the girls. And then it really got me hooked whenever she said, hey, it has the same layout as the Rio Bravo. And I was like, oh my god, because I loved the Rio Bravo when I saw it on YouTube. Saw the layout because they had like videos, you know, showing the empty housing tours and stuff. I'll do one for you guys whenever we get there. So anyway, she told us, you know, that was a house that they had available. We had one in Van Horn that fit our family. that was in our, our limits for housing or whatever, and asked if we want that one, because with housing, you are allowed to deny a house if you don't like it. You can do it twice. So you can say, I don't want this house, or, I want something else twice, and they're required to look for something else for you 2 times. After that, it's in 4. So you can just either choose one of those or live off post, either one or two. So we told her, yeah, we'll definitely, we'll take the house in Van Horn. So then, she sent us some papers for us to like initial and to sign. They send it to you over the internet. So you can either, excuse me, initial and sign it over the internet electronically. But I was having an issue with all of our laptops in our house. We have like 3 laptops, and like none of them wanted to cooperate that day. So I ended up going to at the end I was like, screw it. I went to Office Max and just printed it off, filled it out, had them scan it back into the computer into my email, and then I mailed it to them. I mean, not emailed. I emailed it to them. After I printed it off, like this one, I printed it off and I filled it out, the initials and stuff, and then they scanned it back into the computer, and then I emailed it back to her. She was like, great, we got that. You are required, when you're living in post housing, to have, sorry, my friend was emailing me, she's moving to, her husband also got stationed to Fort Bliss, so we're both on our way to Fort Bliss at like the same time. Hi, Megan. But on base, you are required to have rental insurance, and you have to have, like, in a clause somewhere, it has to have the Fort Bliss housing has to be like in a clause somewhere in there. Sorry, my phone. As the landlord, and you have to have like a certain amount of deductible, and your family has to be on it. It's like earthquake and flood and some other things. And I was like kind of freaking out about that at first, until I went and I looked, and you can get, if you're military or whatever, you can get your rental insurance. It was like super easy for us to do it. Like, we did it through USAA. I was actually shocked at how easy it was to do the rental insurance. We did it through USAA. I actually did it online in like 10 minutes. I pulled up USAA. I typed in that we're looking for rental insurance. They bought it up on the computer. I clicked the things that the housing development said that we needed. Excuse me, y'all. I'm so sorry. Anyway, I clicked on the things that said that we needed, which was the insurance had to have their name as landlord in a clause somewhere. Had to have at least, I think it was $10,000 like coverage, something like that. I clicked all that stuff. It's really simple. Like, they ask you very basic questions, and then they basically make up the the rental thing from there. They sell USAA, and then the coolest thing about it, it's like dirt cheap. It's like $15 a month for the coverage for rental insurance for the house. I was shocked. Like, $15 a month? Oh, okay, cool. Like, it took me back. And not only that, but with USAA, if you're a military, active duty military, or a military member, they actually take away the first payment. So you don't make a payment the day that you get your insurance. You don't have to pay anything that day. Like, literally, I made the rental agreement. Everything was done with it. I didn't pay nothing, and we have coverage for a house right now. And then I emailed the paper stating that we have insurance. This is where it is. This is a clause with, landlord, Fort Bliss housing, family housing development, everything they requested. I just sent them a paper of the list of it, that the same thing, because USA sends you like a declaration paper. They electronically send it to you in your email, and then all I did was take that paper and emailed it to the Fort Bliss family housing. And she said, yeah, that's great, you got everything you need. So tomorrow, my husband goes, meets him at 9 a.m. He has a meeting with them at 9 a.m. to sign the final paper. Pay, they have a like little sliding scale thing for like whatever day it is you're going to move in there or come there. And you pay that day, whatever days left in the month. and then that's it. You don't pay anything else like for that month, and then you just start off with the next month paying the payments. Excuse me. So my husband goes tomorrow, and they have us set to pay it's called prorated. That was a word. Prorated. They have you pay a prorated rent amount for the number of days that are left in the month that you're going to be there. I don't know how they work the whole thing out, but it's something like that. But we have to pay $734.40. That's what we pay tomorrow when my husband signs the lease. He's to be there at 9 a.m. He's going to sign. He gets the key. He pays the money. He gets the key. And we move into our house. Now, I'm still in North Carolina right now with our 2 kids. We're waiting on the movers. Like, we've had a really big issue like with the movers. Like, like I said, it's like really weird because, like I said, my husband came in on a weekend, and then it was like some sort of holiday thing they had going on where they were out for like a day or two, and then they came back and they were back for a couple days, and the next thing you know, it was like Veterans Day and they were off. They got off Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and now today's Tuesday, and he's been calling like the movers in the housing office, and they like never call back. So today he went up there where they were at, and he has an interview with them on Friday. He's trying to set the date because I got an email today in my box saying that he's trying to set the date for the 21st of November for them to come and pick up our stuff. That's like the day before Thanksgiving. I really hope they can because I'm ready to get out of here. I'm ready to be around my husband. I haven't really been around my husband in like 5 months, and I'm just like over this, like really over this. If not, we did put in for a the PCS, like a travel pay advance. I'll talk a little bit more about that in another video. But basically, it's like you can put in for an advance pay. You can go from 1 month to 3 months of their advance pay, and you pay that back over like a year. And that's kind of taught as a lesson here, as in, you know, well, this is our first time. You know, like my husband's new with getting in the military, whatever. So we're learning that you need to, well, we were going to plan on doing it anyway, start saving. So you need to save a lot because basically you pay out of pocket. If you PCS within the United States, you pay out of pocket and then they reimburse you. It's usually how it's supposed to work. But with us being new and everything, you know, some things are kind of working a little different. Like, we're trying to work it out here the best way we can. But if not, I'm so sorry. But if not, then what we plan to do, my husband's going to come down here my husband's texting me. Sorry, y'all. My husband is coming for Thanksgiving on the 22nd. And if they don't have anything set up for travel or whatever by then what we plan to do is just pack our house up, get a U-Haul, pack our house up ourselves, and just tow our stuff there, because we have a Chevy Tahoe, 4x4 Chevy Tahoe, and she can tow, you know, whatever the amount weight is for our house, and some. That's what we're gonna end up doing if travel is not working out, because he's over being away from me, I'm over being away from him. I'm just ready to get my family back together. My kids are ready to be around their dad, and we're just ready for something new, you know. I'm excited about getting to Texas and, you know, see how that works out for me or whatever. But, yeah, so, what you'll need, you can be put on the waiting list. You need to call whatever housing place it is you're at. Some will allow you to put your name or put you guys on a waiting list with soft orders. A lot of places will not, but some will. We were lucky enough my husband had hard orders and he was already there, so that made it a lot easier. But they want to see your orders. They're going to want to see this form from out of TRICARE, which has the dependents' names and ages, date of births on it. Because if your child is, I think it's 9 or 10, maybe a little bit younger than that, they can share a room together. But if not, they need their own type of bedroom. It's the way the military has it set up. Our girls are 14 and 8, so they're old enough to have their own rooms. But yeah, that's oh, when you make your payment for your prorated rent payment that you make, the first one, you can make your payment with your debit card, your credit card, money order. Let me see what else I have up here. No cash though. money order, debit card. Sorry, my husband keeps messaging me. It keeps throwing me off. Cashier's check, money order, debit card, credit card, Visa or MasterCard. Most places have pet deposits, and the pet deposit is like $150. You can have 2 pets, so that's $300. No, a max of 2 pets, and like, I think it's like fish tanks and other like little small creatures are considered to be 1 pet, like as a whole. You can have 2 dogs, you have 2 cats, you can have a dog and a cat, you can have gerbils, whatever. But they do have breed restrictions at the post. Most of them have almost pretty much the same breed restrictions, but some are a little bit different. So make sure you check the breed for the animal that you have or you're gonna have before you decide to live on post. I think that's all for this video. And if you guys have any questions, like, comment, subscribe, and get back to me. Thanks.